Welcome to Olin Business School's first ever virtual graduation recognition ceremony. My name is Mark Taylor, and I'm the Dean of the John M. Olin School of Business, and I'm honoured to be able to host the graduation recognition ceremony for Olin's BSBA class of 2020, along with their families and friends. Truly, this is an extremely important occasion under the most extraordinary of circumstances. At this point, I would typically pause to acknowledge family and friends who could not attend in person and would watch instead on an internet video feed. As we're all keenly aware, however, the global pandemic that has beset us means that every single one of us falls into that category this year. Today, we recognise you as you complete your undergraduate careers. As you notice the names of our graduands scrolling on the screen, I want to acknowledge the hundreds of hours you invested in your coursework. You've worked with real-world companies to analyse and solve their real-world problems. You've studied abroad, you've held down internships, you've honed your career goals. 4 years of study, work, and even perhaps a little bit of play have come down to this day, to this hour. Today should be and is a joyous occasion. And while it may be tempting to dwell on the crashing bad luck that this day should arrive under such a cloud of uncertainty, I would challenge you to do otherwise. Now, more than ever, we need individuals like you, prepared to face a world of challenges and to create change. You've been prepared for this very moment with the skills, the business sense, the experience, and the values to contribute, lead, and thrive in a global world of business. In some ways, the sharp pivots we've all made these last few months is emblematic of what we prepare for here at Olin, a school with a global reputation for excellence. We learn how to compile and analyse data, how to apply that data in principled decision-making, how to thrive in a global marketplace, how to anticipate shifting markets, and how to be agile in times of uncertainty. Clearly, we have put your agility to the test. No one could have foreseen the upheaval recent weeks have rendered in our lives, our education, and our futures. Yet once the challenge of these times has faded into the background, I'm certain the experiences you carry forward from here will serve you through the next business plan, the next merger, the next product launch, the next startup, and even the next crisis. Although we can't be together, the Olin community felt it was important to pause nevertheless and to recognise your achievements. Your arrival at this moment is a testament to your hard work in the classroom, in the library, in study groups, and in your extracurricular lives. Indeed, a virus that upended your academic schedules and your career exploration has only compounded the scale of your very significant achievements. Before we recognise our graduates, I'd like to acknowledge the Olin faculty members who worked with all of you. You will see them on the screen right now. Also, I want to recognise members of Olin staff who've worked with you and offer my thanks to each one of you. Now I'd like to introduce a member of the class of 2020 to share a few words with us. Our student speaker is Alexis Marin Jackson, but we all just know her as Lexi. As a lifelong Midwesterner, Lexi has been inspired by Olin's commitment to values-based leadership and collaborative community building. After graduation, Lexi plans to serve her new St. Louis community as a Lead for America Fellow, working to promote environmental justice and economic development in the city's frontline communities. And speaking to you as someone whose college career was made possible by a scholarship, I'm also thrilled to note that Lexi has made a 4-year pledge in support of merit-based scholarships supporting the Distinguished Scholars Program. Let's give Lexi a few moments of our attention before she introduces the recipients of the Reed Teaching Award.
To the Olin Business School Class of 2020, it is an honor to be addressing you today from my small Missouri hometown to the various corners of the universe that you all call home. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Lexi Jackson, and I am a double major in organization and strategic management and political science. I'm feeling the way that many of you are feeling today. Reflective. Reflecting on our past 4 years at WashU and how it came to an abrupt end in a way we could have never imagined. Reflecting on our future opportunities and how they may look drastically different from what they did just a few weeks ago. And most of all, reflecting on how Olin has cultivated a new knowledge base, connected us to tomorrow's leaders, and truly prepared us to enter a world that is more rapidly changing than ever before. I remember my first day at the Olin Business School. I walked past the BSBA office to be greeted by Dean LaRose and Dean Malter, who already knew my name, even though I hadn't yet learned theirs. I remember sophomore year sitting in the Einstein Bagels atrium with Professor McLaughlin as he listened to my desires to enter the public sector and nonprofit space while offering some advice of his own. I remember BSBA advisor Annalisa Ortiz visiting our cohort in Chile during our spring semester junior year, offering her heartfelt condolences to learn about the passing of my father just a few days into the program. And I remember walking around the senior social just a few days before spring break, reconnecting with old classmates, Management 100 group members, and students who had begun to feel more like family than peers. Those types of memories don't just happen anywhere. But we're not graduating from just anywhere. We're graduating from a business school that prioritizes ethical leadership over any profit-seeking motives. We're graduating from a business school that adopts a global mindset in all of its activities, realizing that to make true change, you have to benefit more than one country alone. We're graduating from a business school that inspires an entrepreneurial spirit in all of its students, whether we're going on to start our own companies or simply innovating an existing organization from the inside out. Those are the types of skills we will need to succeed, not only in the COVID and post-COVID worlds, but throughout our lives and careers. Olin Business School graduates will become the leaders of organizations and companies throughout the world. We will be the types of leaders who take calculated risks to produce change and aren't afraid to make the right decision, no matter its impact on the bottom line. We will be the type of leaders that this world desperately needs. So class of 2020, as you're listening to this speech today and receiving your diploma from a postal worker you can only imagine to be Dean Taylor, I encourage you to continue the reflection that I'm sure you've already started. Reflect on all of the memories that Olin has brought you, both the functional and dysfunctional group settings. The way that the sunlight streams through the Bower Hall windows and casts a shadow on yet another problem set started a bit too late. Or the many waves from professors, friends, and peers in the endless Simon hallways. Reflect on all that Olin has taught you, the data-driven, values-based approach to learning and leadership that makes our community stand out above the rest. But most importantly, reflect on the role that you will play in enacting change throughout every stage in your life and career. They say that COVID-19 will make the history books, but so will the class of 2020, for all the right reasons. I am honored to be among you, and I wish nothing but the best for the Olin Business School class of 2020. Let's go make history. I am now honored to introduce the recipient of the 2020 Reed Teaching Awards for both the best undergraduate core course instructor and the best undergraduate elective course instructor. Receiving both of these awards is not only a testament to this professor's multi-dimensional teaching style, but also his dedication to improving the lives of all students in the Olin community. Professor Michael McLaughlin is a lecturer of accounting at the Olin Business School. But to myself and many other students, he is so much more than just his professional title. Professor McLaughlin is my mentor and role model, who bravely shared his story of living on a campground as a teenager to becoming a professor, entrepreneur, and doctoral graduate, among so many other accomplishments. Professor McLaughlin knows the role that educators can play in shaping a student's life, including his own, and seeks to make that same difference for students in the Olin community. He regularly meets with students to offer advice, encouragement, or opportunities for students pursuing career paths of all kinds. He visits alumni across the country and even offered his home as a place to stay for students facing housing insecurity following the WashU campus closure. Professor McLaughlin makes learning come alive in his classroom through experiential case opportunities, learning applications, and even a meme or two. However, it is the way that Professor McLaughlin connects students to their undergraduate community, studies, and futures that not only makes him a remarkable instructor, but a worthy recipient of the 2020 Reed Teaching Awards. Please join me in congratulating Professor Michael McLaughlin.
Class of 2020, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this award. There's nothing more coveted in the teaching profession than the Reed Teaching Award. Except for this MacBook Pro with its sleek design and custom interface, it's the laptop of choice for faculty today. Sorry, Tim Cook paid me $7.26 to say that. Moving on. Congratulations on graduating from one of the best universities in the entire world. This is a tremendous accomplishment. Some of you even have jobs. Well done. But you're entering the workforce at a time of rapid change. Experts predict that 10 years from now, 70% of adults will work at Zoom, and the other 30% will be professors, Instagram models, or pet therapists. So I encourage you to continue investing in your skills so you can stay on top of these emerging trends. But before you start this next chapter in your life, I encourage you to think back on the fond memories that you have of your college experience. You'll never forget the relationships you built on your freshman floor, the student groups that you joined, or the 2 or 3 times that you showed up to your stats class. These are precious memories, and I hope that you cherish them. And I will remember you. At your athletic events, your a cappella groups, your business frats, you welcome me with open arms. And I'm not sure what I did to deserve such kindness, but I never took it for granted. I cherished each and every moment, from the burrito eating contest to the jugglers to arguments about your grade. And I'm grateful to have relationships with so many of you, and I look forward to seeing the people that you become. Some of you are going to start your own business, others will start climbing the corporate ladder, others will become a certified life coach. But whichever route that you pursue, I encourage you not to forget what I told you in class. The most important thing in the world is not accumulating possessions or money. It's to be a genuinely good human being. You can make a positive impact in the world in so many different ways. Find the path that works for you and spend every day of the rest of your life doing it. If you invest your time and resources in genuinely helping other people and putting their needs first, you will generate the highest ROI of any investment in your life. And you'll be able to look at yourself in the mirror every single day and be proud of who you are. I look forward to our next meeting. And until then, Go make your mark on the world.
Thank you, Lexi, for your words to the class today. I'd also like to offer my sincere congratulations to Michael McLaughlin, who's notched a rare feat by earning recognition for both Reed Teaching Awards for elective and required courses in the same year. Now I'd like to introduce Paige LaRose, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Programs, who will recognise the newest inductees into Beta Gamma Sigma and announce the Student Recognition Awards.
Welcome and congratulations to the class of 2020. Today I would like to announce academic honors for our undergraduate students. We begin with the Student Marshal, awarded to the graduate with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient is Lucy Liu. The following graduates listed on the screen have earned the recognition of Summa Cum Laude, awarded to the top 5% of the graduating class. The following graduates listed on the screen have earned the recognition of Magna Cum Laude, awarded to the top 6 to 15% of the graduating class. The graduates now listed on the screen have earned the recognition of Honors in Management, awarded to graduating seniors who have completed the Research Honors Program during their senior year. The following graduates listed on the screen have given of their time, energy, and leadership to help advance our experiential learning programs and have substantially impacted the learning experience for their peers and the global reach of Olin. All graduates who have been inducted into Beta Gamma Sigma, the International Business Honor Society, are now being listed on the screen. This honor is awarded to the top 10% of the graduating senior class. I would now like to recognize several additional honors and distinctions at our ceremony today. Yassine Ali and Samantha Rubenstein are co-recipients of the John W. Boyer Award in Finance for having the greatest potential for success in a finance career in the opinion of the finance faculty. Next is the Delta Sigma Pi Scholarship Key. This award is presented to the graduating student with the highest academic average for 4 years of study in business administration. This year's recipient is Lucy Liu. Elise Buniak is this year's recipient of the International Business Student Award, awarded to the graduate who shows the greatest potential for a career in international business. This year, there is a tie for the Powell Nyland Prize, which is presented to the graduates with the strongest academic achievement in the area of operations in manufacturing management. Ashlyn Dentz and Andrew Kleiboker share the honor this year. Samantha Rubenstein also receives the Arthur M. Seltzer Accounting Award for outstanding work in the area of accounting. Alexis Jackson is the recipient of the Joseph W. Towle Prize, awarded to the graduate with the strongest academic achievement and the most potential in the area of organizational leadership, in the opinion of the faculty. This year, the Undergraduate Marketing Award is given to Jamie Hendler for outstanding achievement in the field of marketing. The Kress Consulting Award is given to Chad Schwam, awarded to the graduating BSBA Economics and Strategy major, who, in the opinion of the economics faculty, shows greatest promise for an impactful career in consulting. The CEL's Taylor Outstanding Service Award is presented to a graduate who delivered the highest level of impact to the St. Louis local nonprofit community through the Center for Experiential Learning's Taylor Community Consulting Program. Awardees distinguished themselves with exceptional leadership that advanced the missions and objectives of the organizations and communities with which they engaged. This year, the award goes to Sophia Miranda Fred. The CEL Impact Award recognizes graduating students who have delivered the highest level of impact to the business and nonprofit communities through the Center for Experiential Learning and other Olin-sponsored experiential programs and activities. Awardees distinguished themselves with exceptional effort and leadership that again advanced the missions and objectives of the organizations and individuals with which they served. This year, we honor Benjamin Green and Karen Villalba Acosta. The Loeb Prize is awarded to a graduate who has shown leadership in undergraduate activities related to the Olin Business School and who has maintained excellence in scholastic achievement. This award is voted on by peers, and this year's winner is Alexis Jackson. Alexis Jackson also receives the K. Rowe Memorial Award, given in recognition of their contributions to Washington University and the St. Louis community through extracurricular or volunteer activities, as judged by their classmates. The Outstanding Student Athlete Award this year goes to both Taylor Cohen and John Davidson. Taylor distinguished herself as a star soccer athlete during her time at WashU. As a two-time All-American, she is also first in game-winning goals, third in goals scored, and sixth in assists. In addition to being a member of the 2016 NCAA Division III Women's Soccer National Championship team, she was a part of a senior class that won 4 UAA titles and made 2 Final Four appearances. Taylor was also a 2-time academic All-UAA student athlete. John distinguished himself on the football field as the all-time WashU punting leader and a second all-time in passing yards. In 2017, he was named an All-American, plus he was 3-time All-Region and 2-time academic All-UAA. John is also a 2019 COSIDA Academic All-District player. John served as the WashU Student Athlete Advisory Committee co-president. Our final award is the Dean's Special Service Award, awarded by the Dean to recognize students who have rendered extraordinary service to Olin. There are multiple winners this year, all of whom have co-founded student organizations promoting the importance of diversity. Alexis Jackson, co-founder of the Olin Diversity and Inclusion Summit. David Leon, co-founder of Alpha Psi Lambda. Rachel Lopez, the other co-founder of Alpha Psi Lambda and also Proud Network. Charlene Moss, co-founder of Olin's Diversity and Inclusion Summit. Jordana Ritchie, co-founder of Women's Empowerment and Business Club. And finally, Chad Schwam, co-founder of Proud Network. Each of these students is very deserving of this honor. We honor each of them for their demonstrated commitment to diversity in our Olin and WashU communities. Congratulations on the achievements of all of our outstanding award winners. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge the recipients of Olin Business School's distinguished scholarships. These names can be found on your screen. Recipients of the Danforth Scholarship, recipients of the Irvin Scholarship, and finally, recipients of the Rodriguez Scholarship. These merits are awarded to our most accomplished students. We are very proud of each of them. Congratulations.
Thank you, Paige. And congratulations to all the honorees recognized from the class of 2020. At this point, I'd like to share a special surprise for all of you. I want to introduce Chancellor Andrew Martin. The Chancellor, who by the way is also an alum of Washington University, has made a special effort to be with us today in order to confer your degrees. I know he shares our wish that circumstances could have been different as we commemorate the achievements which you've worked so hard. In the interest of keeping WashU traditions intact, I will now read the official text to present the candidates to the Chancellor. I invite Undergraduate Marshal Lucy Huang Liu to please come forward. Candidates for the degree will please rise. Chancellor Martin, I have the honour to present these candidates who are duly recommended by the faculty of the Olin Business School.
Will all the candidates who have completed the requirements for the bachelor's degree please rise? By virtue of the authority delegated to me on behalf of Washington University, I hereby confer upon each of you your bachelor's degree with all its attendant rights, privileges, and obligations. The graduates will please be seated. Greetings to the class of 2020 and to your families and loved ones, and congratulations on this significant milestone. To the class of 2020, please know that this virtual event is not meant to replace your graduation. I can promise you that we are working on plans for a proper in-person celebration sometime in the future. But for now, let me offer some thoughts. First, a big shout out and thanks to those parents and guardians who have supported our students. You should feel immensely proud of all your child has accomplished, and we are extremely grateful for your partnership in their success. Second, a significant thanks goes to our faculty and staff across the university. Those who helped move us quickly to remote instruction, those who helped pack belongings, those who sent notes with support, encouragement, and resources to our students, those who have been here all along to cultivate their success from the time they set foot on campus until now. We owe you a debt of gratitude, and I'm reminded, especially in moments like these, that it is people like you who make this place so special and distinctive. Thank you. And now to the class of 2020. I want to start with a story. This is a story about a young man named Sam Coster, who had a fairly typical childhood. He did well in school and then came here to Washington University to study psychology. He wasn't just interested in psychology, though. He also had a passion for art and gaming. After graduating in 2012, Sam and his brother launched a game development business where Sam drew the art and his brother did the programming. In a short period of time, they launched 2 games and were starting to find some success. And that was when things started to turn. After feeling feverish and lethargic one day, Sam went to the doctor and received the shocking surprise of a lifetime: the diagnosis of a rare, aggressive form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He started treatment as soon as possible, though his diagnosis made him think differently about his family's business. He decided he didn't want his life to end before creating something truly special. And so, while undergoing treatment, he and his brother worked to develop another game, one that was different and more imaginative than the previous ones. As they focused most of their energy on the game, Sam was miraculously beating cancer's odds. Unfortunately, a few months later, the cancer returned, and the outlook was bleak once again. Still determined, he underwent treatment, all while continuing forward with the game's development. Fast forward to today, and Sam is thankfully cancer-free. Once his final treatments ended, the family business was able to launch Crashlands, which was named the top game of 2016 by Time Magazine and awarded Game of the Year by Touch Arcade. Sam was also named to Forbes magazine's 2018 list of 30 under 30, and the business, Butterscotch Shenanigans, is thriving in the Cortex Innovation District here in St. Louis. This is a profound story about overcoming adversity, and not just overcoming adversity, but using that adversity to fuel passion, drive, and overwhelming success. Many of you have already faced adversity in your life. Some of you are, as of today, the first in your family to graduate from college. Some of you come from households near or below the poverty line. Some of you struggle with disabilities or mental health concerns. Some of you have faced injury or physical ailment. Some of you have overcome the loss of a parent or loved one. This semester, you faced yet another collective obstacle, a spring semester that abruptly moved online, immense feelings of displacement, and the loss of a physical community of people who have helped you thrive and flourish up until this point. This one collective obstacle has also led to other individual obstacles. Some of you have lost your jobs, or your parents have lost their jobs. Some of you needed to find a place to live. Some of you were worried about your own health, as well as the health and safety of your loved ones. Some of you have had summer and fall plans put on hold, and all of you have experienced some kind of loss in physical isolation. Indeed, we are all grieving in some form or another. These anxieties and disappointments are real and they are valid. In addition, they are obstacles you have worked hard and quickly to overcome, some that you are still overcoming as we speak. Every year during commencement, the Chancellor gives a charge to the class. In keeping with that tradition, my charge to you today is that you find ways to live in the present moment, to not let uncertainty overcome your thoughts, and to find ways to use these moments of adversity to learn and grow, to find new ways of coping, new ways of doing, and new ways of relating to one another and the world around you, to become more empathetic and compassionate, to fuel your passions and turn dreams into realities. I hope that you can look back on this spring semester and be proud of the ways you channeled adversity for the betterment of yourself and the betterment of humanity. In fact, this is what we have been preparing you to do all along as students of Washington University. You, of all people, know it hasn't been an easy journey. You've faced adversity that has taught you to get back up and keep going. The tests and papers you struggled with, the hard conversations you had with friends and classmates, the time you didn't make the team or made second chair or understudy, the time you didn't receive the scholarship you applied for, the time you got sick in the middle of midterms, the time you faced consequences because of your decisions. All of these experiences and more prepared you for this semester. And guess what? You made it through these moments of adversity in order to graduate today. That in and of itself is a significant achievement, and I'm confident you'll make it through this current season of life and come out of it with even greater character, integrity, wisdom, and resolve. Sam Coster's story of adversity has already been written in stone. While there are many similar stories written about others who have come before, you better believe that this historic moment is also being written in stone. And when we write your stories as alumni of Washington University, what will they say about you, the class of 2020? Washington University alumna invents new technology to distribute clean drinking water to those who are lacking. Washington University alumnus leads business through recuperation in the aftermath of a global pandemic. Washington University alumna designs buildings with innovative, sustainable practices. These are merely headlines. It's the words underneath those headlines that will share the stories about each of you, members of the class of 2020 and individuals who overcame obstacles in order to succeed in life, the particular obstacle of our current situation being just one of many. Today, I want to share how proud I am of each of you and for all you've accomplished. I'm proud of your flexibility and resilience, your incredible acts of selflessness, global citizenship, and leadership for the sake of the world's most vulnerable. I'm proud of the way you have handled this crisis with poise, grace, and dignity. And I'm proud of the way many of you are using this time to work on yourselves, to serve others, and to help improve lives in service of the greater good. I'm not just proud, I'm also humbled and honored. Sacrifice, global citizenship, leadership, service, dignity, and resilience. These are some of the qualities and values we hold dearly at Washington University. The values we have been working to cultivate in you since you stepped foot on our campus, and the values we hope you carry with you as you work to make yourself and the world a better place for years and decades to come. While I am deeply saddened that this is the way this phase of your time on this campus had to end, I am comforted to know that your time with us at Washington University is just beginning. That's why we call it commencement. Your WashU journey doesn't end here. It starts here, and what you do moving forward will be the story we write. Thank you once again for your flexibility, your determination, your passion, and your convictions, and congratulations on this significant milestone. Once the time is right, I look forward to seeing you back on this campus to celebrate in person, and I look forward to many more moments with you as you engage in your lifelong Washington University journey. Until that time comes, stay safe and well, and know that we are thinking of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Martin, for your remarks and for conferring those degrees on our worthy students. Congratulations to the graduates in the WashU Olin Business School class of 2020. Since mid-March, I've been heartened daily by the fortitude, resilience, and creativity we've seen from our staff, from our faculty, most importantly from you, our students. And I'm privileged to have the opportunity to recognise you today. Allow me the honour, allow me the distinction of extending best wishes for success to our newest Olin graduates. I urge you to remain engaged with your alma mater. A lifelong learning relationship awaits you. Welcome to the alumni family of Olin Business School and Washington University. Congratulations to the class of 2020. And remember, once Olin, always Olin.